Good evening everybody, it is 10 o'clock and we are back live on this Periscope. I've had a crazy hectic day. Nina's here, Cheeky Peek is here. It's good to see names of people I recognise, because I know I've only literally just kind of put this scope out there on Facebook and Twitter, etc. TMA Katak, Matt Hall, Matt's new. Matt, good evening to you, mate. I noticed you joined the Bulletproof Actor group. A few names swung past there quite quickly. Arik Raibaki. Good evening to you. Well, we might even be good evening to you. It could be good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. If you are new to these scopes, and you've been on one of my scopes before, then type new into the box for me and put where you're coming from as well. It'd be great to hear where people are coming from. Jenny25 has joined, and it'd be also great if you guys can share this scope with your followers as well, so we can get some people on. Jenny, hi. How are we doing? Let us know where you are watching from. For those who don't know me, my name is Ross, by the way. I'm a voiceover artist and an actor from Manchester in the UK. It's not a blatant plug for a company that I run. It is, but I've just been doing a Google Hangout for some students for a voiceover workshop, so that's why I've got this on. It's not because I'm just trying to, promote it. From California, wow, also from Poland, amazing, California. So whereabouts in Cali are you from? We get quite a lot of people from LA and stuff on these scopes, which is cool. IEPC Tech, Bob Marley, Bob Marley's here, amazing, Bob. Oh, Bob Marley. It's not quite Bob Marley. I thought it was Bob Marley then. But hello to you. Just as exciting. Tonight, guys, so for the last few nights, for those who don't know me, these scopes generally that I do every night at 10 PM here in the UK are all to do with about mindset, positivity, motivation, productivity, just getting shit done, basically, and helping people get further faster in their lives. So the last few weeks, last few days, we've been talking about a book called Essentialism by Greg McKeown. We're not talking about this tonight, but this book basically allows people to cut out all the noise in their life, so that you can get a lot more done, basically, rather than putting all your efforts into like 10 things and making a millimetre of progress on each. You can put all of your efforts into the things that are essential to you and make meters, miles of progress on the things that you really want to get done in your life. So tonight I thought, well, it's all right to get these things kind of clear in our heads about what we want to do and drop all the fluff. But what about if we're just not motivated? Kim, good evening, good to see you. What if you're just not motivated to do what you want? What if you're just stuck in a rut, and you just need that kind of little kick, that little bit of motivation, to just give you a bit of momentum, to get you started. And the things that I want to share with you tonight are basically 10 ways to supercharge, hello Kim, how are we doing? To supercharge your motivation in just 10 minutes. Arezu Marashi, hello. Hello, good to see you. I'm not very good with people's names when it's their usernames. I never pronounce them correctly. But these are just things that are just going to give you a bit of a kick, so that you're not as you're not as bitter about life as Dave Weston 07 clearly is as well. Good job you're using your time effectively, Dave. Great to see you, pal. I'm going to go through these. They're really quick kind of things that you can do with just 10 minutes. You don't need loads of time to get into these. They're just things that you can kind of do, things that I find that are useful for me. You might not find all of these useful. You might just find one of them useful, two of them useful, whatever. And I want to get you guys after each of these points as well, to try and kind of chip in with your kind of views and some ideas that you've got as well. So number one, this is my quick check. Is the phone plugged in? Yes, Kim, thanks for reminding me. Every night Kim reminds me to make sure that my iPhone is plugged in, because we did have an incident once where I forgot to plug the USB charger in and all the battery failed, and it was highly embarrassing. It all went a bit wrong. So thanks for that, Kim. Yes, we are good. Carl, thanks for joining. God, Dave's got a bad attitude, man. Really, this guy's got some issues. I'm not going to kick you off there, Dave, because I'm all for free speech, so thanks for turning up anyway. I appreciate you. So, number one, this is it. Number one, I call it get jobs on the job. Don't know whether you agree with me or not, but I think, watching a Steve Jobs interview is every bit as energizing as a rock concert. It will make you want to put your own dent in the universe. Steve Jobs says, really kind of think big, put your dent in the universe. What is it that you want to do? So I want to ask you guys, who are the titans that inspire you? And a lot of people kind of, I'm an actor, and a lot of people who are actors, watch things like Jim Carrey did a Stanford speech in 2005 at Stanford University that like rocked the world. It was absolutely awesome. People like, you know, love Tony Robbins for motivation. So who are the titans that inspire you, you know, and keep a few of these interviews. I do this all the time and podcasts as well on my phone. Whether I've watched them or heard them once, twice, 10 times, they still absolutely get me going. And just, you know, 10 minutes of listening to their words is all you need to get back in the game, I find. You just watch, you know, I run a few websites, and one of the websites is called Act on This. It's a community for actors. In the forums on Act on This, I've got a forum dedicated to just motivational videos and speeches and people that, you know, are really inspirational. So let me know now who you find are really inspirational, and you know, any videos that you've kind of watched recently. But I love that Jim Carrey speech, the Stanford commencement, I think it's called 2005. Steve Jobs did some absolutely awesome speeches as well. There's, you know, some absolutely brilliant stuff out there and podcasts you can listen to. Everybody needs to listen to Lewis Howes. He's got a podcast called The School of Greatness. His book's coming out. I've got a copy of his book somewhere. His book's coming out on October the 27th. This is a little pre-release copy. But order it on Amazon and listen to Lewis's podcast. The guy interviews some of the biggest, screenshot that if you want, so you know what it is. Interviews some of the biggest inspirations on the planet from all walks of life. Businessmen, entrepreneurs, celebrities, singers, actors, you know, all kinds of people. Awesome book, definitely get that. But let me know, you find RJC's Acts on This, Rob James Collier's Acts on This interview great, because he started similarly to me. Yeah, so Matt likes Lewis, I think he's talking about Lewis. Anthony Mindel, yeah, absolutely. Well, I did an interview with Anthony on actsonthis.tv. That was all about mindset. I've got one of his books. Anthony's got a top book called Alphabet Soup for grown-ups. It's a really good book. But yeah, he's awesome. He does a lot of good stuff for actors as well. Rob James Collier. Eric Thomas, yeah, Eric Thomas is wicked, absolutely awesome as well, Matt. Yeah, Eric Thomas is a really good guy. For actors, yeah, Rob James Collier he plays Thomas Sparrow in Downton Abbey. I did an interview with him. He started off completely like most actors, just no drama school training, nothing. Very, very working class lad from Salford, you know, in Manchester. You know, didn't really kind of know where he was going, and just through sheer grit, determination, hard work and belief, you know, he carved himself out an awesome career, which has earned him a lot of money doing something that he loves, and it's been one of the biggest shows on the planet for the last 6 years. So he's awesome. So number one, yeah, absolutely. I say get jobs on the job, but you might want to get Anthony Mindel on the job, or you might want to get Tony Robbins on the job, or get, you know, whoever it is. But just, you know, keep those stuff. You've got a degree in events management, Kim, and now you're going for acting. Well, Rob had a degree and a master's degree in business and marketing, completely unrelated. Although, is it unrelated though? Marketing yourself as an actor is really important as well. So number one, keep those podcasts, keep those videos, maybe these scopes, you know, get on these scopes on an evening. Hopefully these are kind of motivating people a little bit as well. Number two, get physical. This is something that we talked about before on previous scopes, about changing your state and how it'll have a big effect on your you know, on your mood as well. Our bodies have an astonishing influence on our mood. Doing a few push-ups, quick round of shadow boxing, you know, is going to give you a rush of adrenaline and set your heart racing. And no, you don't need training in boxing to throw a few punches, okay? You just need to invoke your motivation to fight, okay? It's all you literally need. Bring out the warrior in you and clash with your challenges head on. So it is sometimes, if I've been sat at my desk for like 3 hours, you know, doing a feature or filming something or recording a podcast, I'm just exhausted. I've had a really kind of bit of a crazy day today. I just did this this broadcast before this for VO Focus for the students on that. I've been in the studio recording voiceover and stuff all day. Try body combat, says Nina. Sometimes I need to get out. I do a half marathon every Sunday. It's like a religious thing for me almost now. It's just that it's part of what I am and what I do. I get tetchy if I don't do it. I need to get out there and just, you know, get physical. And I have some of the most euphoric moments. It sounds bizarre this, but some of the most euphoric moments of my life I have whilst running. Maybe they call it runner's high. It's like a release of endorphins that you get around about 8-9 miles of a run. And if you've got some awesome music on, which I just happen to be talking about next, you get an absolutely amazing kind of rush. And I have some of the most creative business ideas, you know, creative just moments. And just some of the best feelings whilst being physical, whilst exercising. So that is number two. You can do that. You don't have to do a half marathon. You can go out for a run for 10 minutes, throw some punches, do some push-ups. That's going to give you a little bit of motivation back. Because like I say, all these things I'm talking about, are not massive game changers, they're just things that are going to get you going within 10 minutes, okay? Number 3, just spoke about music. I want to know what your power song is, guys. We've all gotten, whether we know it or not, okay? Do you have a song that you can magically, you know, you find just like lifts your mood, a power song that you just have to shake your body to? You know, think Rocky. I used to run at the Rocky theme tune, Rocky 4 theme tune, wicked. Superman soundtracks, anything else that gets you moving. You know, keep a playlist of power songs on your phone that you can switch on at any time. Okay, I do that an awful lot. Oh, what a constructive comment, Sarah. This is stupid. I don't think it is. I don't think it is at all. If you think it's stupid, let me know. If you don't think it's, if you think that it's good to have these things at hand, let me know as well. I'll be interested to find out. Everybody's opinion is valid, though. You know, I'm not just asking for positives. If you don't agree with these things, then let's be productive. Tell me what we should be doing instead. You know, don't just come on and knock it if you're not trying it. If you do think these are positive, heart it up. So that's the third thing. What's your power song? You know, get one of those. And there you go, Laura. Boom. It's really not stupid. It isn't, honestly. It really isn't. But I'm more than happy for people to vent and say what they want on these scopes. This is certainly not me dictating going, you should do this. When I'm positive, I get more acting roles. Exactly, Chris, man, I'm telling you, absolutely. That, you know, when we are confident and we're positive and we're in a good positive state, okay, and that's our state mentally and physically. You are cute, but I do not like it. Sarah, come on. You can, I can change you. Hang on this scope, and I will change your opinion. I feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, that's a book, Chris, that I've got to read because I haven't read it. I read a lot of books. I've probably read, I don't know. I try and read 2 books a month if I can. She's joking. Okay, I forgive you. But yeah, that's a really good book, Chris. That a lot of people on these scopes are telling me to read, and I will definitely get round to that. I'm halfway through this book at the moment. Keep talking about essentialism. But we'll do that. Ain't no stopping us now. McFadden White, we're on the move. Oh yeah, simply the best, says Kim. So give me your power songs. For me, I think what's the song Eminem did from 8 Mile, Till I Collapse, and oh, there's another couple that Eminem's done as well. It's also dun 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 dun. If you had one chance, would you let it go? Yeah, that's a big power song for me. The Rocky theme tune, man, Rocky 4, the training montage it's called in Rocky 4. Amazing track to kind of get you pumped up. But let us know, let us know what your kind of power songs are as well. So that's number 3. Craig David, Walking Away, powerful enough. No, you know what? I thought Craig David's Born to Do It album, Chris, was wicked. Hit me with your best shot. VO Focus Sarah, this is a voiceover training company that I run. I've not put this t-shirt on to promote it blatantly, but before I was doing this scope, I was also doing a Google Hangout with the students who come on the course to do this, and that's why I've got the t-shirt on. So that's number 3, power songs. Number 4, I'm all for this. Borrow some energy. If you need it, borrow some energy, okay? Motivation is contagious. Just pick up the phone and call a friend or a colleague who's doing really well. You know, 10 minutes of hearing about their success stories is all that it will take for you to hang up and get back to work. Okay, if they can do it, why can't you? You've got to have a pretty specific mindset to do this though, because what a lot of people do is when they're not having success and their friends are, or you know, people close in their lives, they don't want to be around it. Okay, so there's 2 types of people in this world. One type will eject from that situation and they'll go and just live their little miserable life, going, well, you know, all my friends are having success, I'm not, so I'm going to eject myself. Or there's the other type of people who think that they are the average of the 5 people they spend the most time with. That's a Jim Rohn quote. Jim Rohn is an awesome mindset coach. I saw Ben Wishaw on stage. It gave me motivation to do more theatre work. I was just going to say that. Yeah, Kim, yeah, exactly. No, precisely. We should take inspiration from people who are doing better than us. If we're the most successful person in the room, we're in the wrong room, okay? You should really find inspiration from these people who are doing better than you. And I don't mean they're better people than you. They just might be having more success than you. There's no one out there who's better than you, but there are people out there who are maybe experiencing more success than you. So what you can either do is you can choose to bang your head against a brick wall and figuring all that out and doing it on your own. Or, you know, what I do, I have a lot of mentors in my life, so I could try and figure out everything that I want to do in internet marketing and business and everything I want to do in my acting career and voiceover career, and I can kind of do it organically on my own, getting things wrong and trial and error and, you know, spending years and years and years. Or I can actually go, you know what, I want to hang out with people who are already having the success that one day I want to have. And then I get a fast track, you know, track to those things. I can go, okay, I could spend, one of my friends, Mark Dharma, if you're not following him on Periscope, follow him. It's Mark, M-A-R-K, Dharma, D-H-A-M-M-A. He's one of LA's kind of most successful high performance health and mindset coaches, and I could either try and do all that on my own, or I can go to Mark. Mark, can you teach me the 17 years worth of stuff that you have learned? They are people who are positive and encouraging. Yeah, you need to be around these people. So I can ask Mark, you know, for his 17 years worth of experience, and maybe go and stay with him in LA for a week and gauge all that. Or I can try and do it all on my own. So take inspiration from people who are doing better than you. Don't be bitter about it, because you can do it too. If it's been done by another human being and you are a human being, then you can do it as well, guys. Simple as that. Number 5, we talked about this on another scope. Can't go into too much detail because there is another scope on this. If you want to watch that scope, go to actonthis.tv and click on Periscopes and look at the one for MTP. So remind yourself of your MTP. Okay, you might have SMART goals, and we talked about that: specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound goals. But do you have your MTP? That's your massively transformational purpose. Okay, your MTP should stretch the limits of your potential big time. Okay, it's a long-term goal. Long-term goals, I put an S on there, shouldn't have done it. It's a long-term goal that challenges you to think way outside of your comfort zone, and I mean massive, bigger than you've probably ever thought before. With your MTP in large letters, write it in large letters and place that sheet where you can see it multiple times during the day. So, you know, my MTP's kind of evolved a little bit over the years, but my MTP initially you find out your MTP by asking yourself why you do what you do. So you go, well, what is it that you do, Ross? And I was like, well, I kind of like help people. I learned about SMART doing my degree. SMART's really good, and there's smarter goals as well, which add on exciting and relevant on the end as well. But yeah, your MTP, you ask yourself why you do what you do and what is it you do. So for me, I was like, well, I entertain people and I help people kind of with their mindset, and I try and help people act, and you know, and that doesn't really sound that exciting, to be honest with me. And I thought, well, what I do is I entertain people through my acting and voiceover work, and hopefully through stuff like this. And I teach people to entertain people as well. I don't teach them how to do that, but I teach them kind of ways to get in front of casting directors. I interview famous actors and directors and casting directors through actonthis.tv, and I put all that information out there, so hopefully people can glean information from it and then be more successful, and then they in turn go out and entertain people. So exponentially, I was like, this is really cool, because not only do I entertain people, but the people that I help go on to entertain people, and then some of them go on to entertain people at like theatres that might hold 300 people a night. Some of them go on to do TV shows like Downton Abbey that goes on to entertain 12 million people every Sunday. So I was like, well, that's massive, you know, and it sounds crazy, but what if my MTP was actually to exponentially entertain 1 billion people? I don't mean me personally, but the people who work with me. Vishal, great to see you. You know, the people who work with me and I work with, you know, what if collectively we can go out and entertain 1 billion people? So that was my MTP, and maybe I'll up that to 2 million people at some stage. Hey, from NYC. Vishal, you've gone to NYC, man. Amazing. That's awesome. Well, great to have you here. So that's, yeah, find your MTP. Think of it. It can be fun. It can be way outside the box. It can be, you know, crazy, but it's going to take you out of your comfort zone. It's going to be compelling, so that it's always, you know, it's going to give you your true why, really, you know, about kind of why you want to do stuff, and kind of give you that motivation to remind yourself of why it is you're doing it when stuff, you know, doesn't go always to plan. Number 6, I do this quite a lot, get a quick win. Okay, so on your to-do list, whatever you've got for the day, when the odds look overwhelming, just get a quick win in. You don't have to do anything massive. Do a quick task from your to-do list, perhaps a task that you've kept on the back burner for a bit. So it might be one that you're not necessarily that much looking forward to, but it doesn't take that much time. How does this work? Well, it works by giving you a feeling of progress, which is massively important, okay? If you're feeling stuck, a small feeling of momentum is often all that you might need to recharge your motivational batteries. So if you're going, oh, I feel like I'm making no progress, I'm being busy but not productive, just get a quick win in there. Something that you can do that's maybe been on the back burner. It might be, I don't know if you run your own business, printing out some accounts, you know, just paying a bill, something that's just going to go, right, okay, I'm back, I'm doing something, I'm getting busier now, you know, but I'm being productive, not just busy. So get a quick win in there. That's really important. I do that. Number 7, rewind and flash back. Okay, are you, and we all do this so much, I've done scopes purely on this actually. Ross, are you uploading these videos online? Yes, Vishal. If you go to actonthis.tv and then click on Periscope in the top menu, actonthis.tv. You'll also be able to download a PDF of all the slides that I ever use in these scopes. They'll be attached to those pages of the uploads as well. So it's actonthis.tv. Are you ignoring your past successes? We all do this, okay? Haven't you cracked some really tough challenges in the past? Yes, you have. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your past is, how successful you think you are right now, or how successful you think you can be. You've already cracked some massive, massive challenges in the past. Think about your past successes and give yourself a pat on the back, okay? Keep a list of achievements and milestones on your computer or your phone and look at them regularly. Okay, whether that's a gratitude journal, things that you keep the track of. Every night I write down before I sleep 3 wins from the day. They don't have to be massive wins, they can be small wins. This Periscope might be one of them. 3 wins, and then I write down 3 anticipated wins for the next day. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm already kind of visualizing the success of those 3 wins that I'm going to have the next day. But never forget to do that, because then when things are bad, you can flick through your little journal, whether it's on your phone or whatever. I use something called day one on my iPhone. You can flip back and go, wow, look at all this stuff I've done over the last month. I've had even 10 days, if you write 3 down, you can go, God, there's 30 wins here, 30 small wins, whether they're small or big or whatever. But always remember to kind of celebrate the little wins, pat yourself on the back, and that's going to give you that momentum and that motivation to continue. So rewind and flashback is number 7. Number 8, make a movie. I don't mean literally, I mean in your head. So why are you doing all this? Okay, why are you doing all this stuff that you're doing? What are the rewards along your journey? Take 10 minutes. You go and lie on your bed and do this, yeah? Chill out. Take 10 minutes to close your eyes and visualize the rewards that lie ahead, okay? Play a mental movie, visualizing yourself in the future, reaping the rewards of your adventures, and the more specific details your mental movie has, be as specific as you can, guys, the more motivated you will feel. So feel what it's like when you're going to achieve that goal, the people you're going to meet, the conversations you're going to have, the situations you're going to be able to put yourself in, the people you're going to be able to help and impact, the money you might earn, what you can do with that, how you can impact positively, people in the world with that money that you earn. But be so specific when you imagine it. Don't just think, oh yeah, well one day I'll be in Hollywood as a famous actor and I'll have loads of money. Nah, imagine where you're going to live. Imagine the car you're going to drive. Imagine the places you're going to go, the people you're going to meet, the people you want to work with. Feel that, embody it, and then get back to work. Get back to doing get back to doing what you have to do in order to achieve that goal. But the more specific you can be in that movie, the better. Number 9, visit the ideas factory. Okay, when you feel stuck and you might go, you know what, I've got no idea where to go from here. I've tried this last thing out, it's not really worked very well. When you feel stuck, a great way to feel motivated is to churn out new ideas, okay, and loads of these. These ideas can pertain to the current problem that you're facing, or they can be about your business, life strategy as a whole, okay. Just keep writing down as many ideas as you can in 10 minutes of the way that you're going to achieve the things that you want. There's no stupid things here either. There's no stupid ideas, no stupid ways to do this. The point of this exercise is not to arrive at a groundbreaking solution. It's rather to kind of energize you and make you remember the fact that there are a million possibilities out there. There's so many ways, just to remember that you will figure out, a way to achieve your goals no matter what. There's so many ways out there to get what you want. We don't have to go the traditional route anymore. Back in the day, I talk a lot about acting because I'm an actor, and there's a lot of actors who watch these scopes. But back in the day, if you wanted to, create your own stuff and you wanted to, create your own short film or your movie or whatever it is, that was so difficult. You would need really expensive kit. You would need, to go and pitch a script potentially to somebody to get them on board, to lend you the kit to make it. You need to go and get all your actors. You need to do all these kind of things. And then there'll be only one route of distribution where you need to sell it to a big corporation or whatever, so they would then put it out there for you. Today, with what I am using to do this scope on, my iPhone, a microphone like this, which is not expensive, and distribution like YouTube and Vimeo, Periscope. For me, back in the day, to have a little show effectively online where people can kind of tune in and I can interact with, it would have been impossible, or it would have cost millions of dollars to do. Now I can pick up my iPhone and do this for free. If I've got an iPhone, the rest of it is kind of free to do. So there's always ways of doing stuff. You don't have to do it a traditional route. There's not only just one way to do it. There's loads of ways to kind of get your yourself and your ideas out there. in order to gain traction. So just spend 10 minutes writing down as many as you can from that ideas factory. And if they sound stupid, doesn't matter, write them down. Just write them down, get them, brain dump them. Total brain dump, get them out of your head onto the page, and then you can go through them later and decide which are the ones that, you know, are worth keeping and exploring. And number 10, this is one of my favorites of all time when I want motivation, guys. If I'm just looking for quick motivation, use your X-ray vision, okay? This is probably the least flashy method, but this works miracles. It's great. Just take a look around you and do it right now. Do this right now. Do you see a successful business, okay? A pen, a table, a phone, a computer, a building? Each of those things is made by a company which at one point started out really small, okay? A company which is now running successfully and is growing. In fact, you know, wherever you look, you will see signs of success. Open your mind to this, okay? Often, you know, you'll see success from people, you know, far less intelligent, started out far less intelligent, you know, started with far fewer resources than you have. Okay, ask yourself a simple question. If they are succeeding, why can't I? So if I look around me now, wow. I mean, look, I've got a Starbucks cup. That probably started off very small, one of the biggest companies on the planet. My classmates have agreed to help me film some scenes for a show reel. Awesome, awesome, exactly. Well, you know, that's a great way to do it. You don't need to go and pay professionals to get a show reel done. If you can team people together, Kim, that's one idea for your goal, you know, of how you're going to do that. I'm looking for other things that I've got around me. This microphone I've got on here, Rode Microphones, started off a really small Australian company. Now it's one of the biggest microphone manufacturers on the planet. What else have I got? Lewis Howes, book. This guy's now a multi-millionaire, kind of lifestyle entrepreneur. Started out playing Blue, make these highlighters. Maybe not a great example, but I bet they probably started off small. Now every highlighter I see is made by this company. So you will see success everywhere if you look for it. So look for it, take inspiration from it. Don't be bitter about the fact you might not have it yet. And you know, and use that to motivate yourself forward. So all these things are things you can do within 10 minutes to basically just give yourself a kick up the ass, tell you to just, you know, pop your dummy back in, stop spitting your dummy out and crying about it, and carry on, you know, towards your goals. So to recap, we'll do 10 to 1. Backwards. 10, use your X-ray vision, so look for success around you right now. Number 9, visit the idea factory. So think as many ideas as you can to achieve your successes. Number 8, make a movie. So visualize the success, visualize it, see it, what it's going to be like in detail in your mind for 10 minutes when you are, you know, when you are successful and you have what you want. Rewind and flash back. So think about the things you've already succeeded in, the tasks that you've already completed, things that have already brought you to where you are. Whether they've been good or bad, you will have learned a hell of a lot from them. Give yourself a pat on the back for all your previous accomplishments. 6, get a quick win in. If you feel that you've not had a win for the day and you're a bit behind and you just want something to go right, get a quick win in. Okay, take something off your to-do list, as simple as paying a bill, you know, sending an email, making a phone call, you know, complete that task. Give yourself some momentum, like you're moving forward, like you're getting stuff done. 5, remind yourself of your MTP. That's your massively transformational purpose. Think of something as big as you can possibly think, way out of your comfort zone. The reason you are doing what you are doing, or what would be great to do. You know, for me, it was to entertain 1 billion people. Think massive, bigger than you've ever felt before, and you've ever thought before. Number 4, borrow some energy. If you've not got it yourself, ring someone up who's successful, who is a battery charger, as I call it. There's 2 types of people in the world, guys. There's battery drainers, there's battery chargers. There will be people in your life who are the guys or girls who you hang out with, and within 10 minutes of meeting them again for a coffee or something like that, you feel energized, you're laughing, you've got your mojo back, you've got your momentum, you're moving forward. If you're stuck, one way to get your momentum back within 10 minutes and your motivation is to give them a ring, have a 10-minute chat with someone who's doing really, really well and take inspiration from that. Number 3, power of music. What's your power song? Let me know as well. We didn't get many people suggesting the power songs before. I want to know what your power song is. If I want to might create a blog post with the top 10 power songs on. So give me your power song and I'll go back through the scope and I'll dig out the comments. So power song, massively important. 2, can team this up with your power song, get physical. Whether it's doing a few push-ups, shadow boxing, or going out for a run, that will change your state. Chris Stone, the Superman theme, man, I'm with you. What about Rocky 4? Training montage, it's called, on the Rocky 4 soundtrack. Amazing. Chris is joining us tonight from the Marseille Film Festival. How's it gone, Chris, as well? A film that I had the pleasure of being in with Chris called Year of Spies. He's taken to the Marseille Film Festival tonight, so let us know. And number 1, I've said get Jobs on the job, but it doesn't have to be Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is a guy who's massively inspirational for me, and I watch all of his videos and his speeches online, and I thought he was an amazing chap. And that really gets me fired up to make my dent in the universe. Tony Robbins has the same effect, Jim Carrey. We said, Matt said before, Eric Thomas is another one, Lewis Howes. There's some awesome guys out there. You know, some brilliant people. Joel Brown. Some awesome guys. You should just get on YouTube. Just, you know what, get on YouTube and just search motivational video. See what pops up. So many things. Watch one of them for 10 minutes. It's going to sort you out. Good. Meetings with Disney and head of Fox Digital. Amazing, Chris. We'll just tout my name as well. Say, look, I've got this guy who's well up for working with either Disney or Fox Digital, and I'll help them get some motivation within 10 minutes. So guys, they are my 10 tips, well, 10 ways to supercharge your motivation in just 10 minutes. If you want to get the PDF document of those, it's going to be online tomorrow. I'm going to upload the replay for this. I made it to the live scope at last. Chris Stone, I made it to the live scope at last. Sam is here. But yeah, you can go to actonthis.tv and you can click on Periscope and you can download all the replays and this. Fox Digital has my card with your face on. Yes, I wonder if I've got that in my wallet still, Chris. I should have. Chris Stone had these cards made. Check this. I've got one. Chris Stone's business card with me on, with a gun. I look a little bit more badass on that than I do with a VO Focus t-shirt on, being all smiley. But yeah, check this guy out, Chris Stone Films. What's your web address, Chris? ChrisStoneFilms.com. ChrisStoneFilms.com. Get yourself over and get yourself to yearofspies.com as well, Matt. You'll see this guy, Taylor Gable, shooting some Chinese guy with an AK-47. But yeah, and Harry Potter theme. I miss your other comment, Kim. I don't know what your Harry Potter theme is referring to. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this. The guy who was on at the start, who was really bitter about his life and obviously had no motivation in his life. I hope you're still on and you've maybe changed your tune a bit. I've emailed Chris, fingers crossed for an audition. Yeah, awesome, Matt. Send Chris your stuff. And you'll check that out. There's a lot of episodes of Year of Spy still to be made, no doubt. Motivational song, Kim was saying. Harry Potter. I love the theme tune for Harry Potter. It's pretty magical. Email you as soon as I'm back. Yeah, Chris is a jet setter, Matt, now. He's high flying. He's an easy jet setter on EasyJet or whatever. Will we see Taylor again? That's up to Chris. That's I have no say in that, Kim. Chris is Chris and his wife are the duo behind the writing and the filming and everything. Sam, great that you've joined live as well. I'm doing these. Well, it's not too late either because I'm doing these scopes. I committed to 30 nights of these. This is night 26, so we've got 4 left every single night at 10 p.m. And then after that, I'm going to be doing scopes probably every day, maybe every other day, but regularly as I can because I love it. He needs an M. Nina is definitely the M. Nina will be great as M in Year of Spies. Taylor may return. Oh, Taylor has got to return, man. He's ready. He's ready. I mean, look at him. He's never been more ready. He's just a, you know, I don't even know who he's about to shoot there, but he's always ready for some action. J.K. Rowling is another motivational person. J.K. Rowling is brilliant. The struggle that woman had to get that book published. And can you imagine being one of those publishers who turned her down? I went, sorry, JK, not really interested in that. What, wizard? Boy wizard? Pfft, sounds ridiculous. Oh my God, how gutted must they be? The same for the record companies that didn't take on the Beatles, didn't take on Take That. You know, people that had massive success and were turned down dozens of times. There's a, Kim wants Taylor to return. Go to actonthis.tv and click on the little magnifying glass thing in the top right hand corner to search for rejection. And I've done an article on 10 rejection letters. You give me the orders, Nina, definitely. There's an article on there for 10 rejection letters that didn't hold people back, and there's some of the most inspirational, successful people on the planet who show you their rejection letters that they have had in their life, and now you look at them and you go, wow, you've gone on to be some of the biggest businesses, biggest personalities, you know, just most successful people on earth. So it's amazing. But yeah, J.K. Rowling is a huge inspiration. So I hope that has, you know, that has inspired you. Tomorrow, Friday night, it's our last look at Greg McKeown's Essentialism book. I'm going to read a little bit more. I've read a bit more today, and I'm going to read more tomorrow. A little bit more from the book, only a couple of pages, and then we'll have a little roundup of the week probably, and a bit of a Q&A before we go into the weekend. But if you've not got Greg's book yet, get it, because it's top. The more I read of it, the better it gets. It's all about cutting the nonsense out of your life so that you can start, well, it's basically about saying no to all the things that aren't essential and saying yes to yourself. My uncle's granddad was an associate of Percy Shaw, and so that cat's eyes is a stupid idea. Amazing. Cat's eyes, for those, she doesn't mean cat's eyes, because cats need eyes in order to see. Talking about cat's eyes in the road, they thought would never catch on, so that cars' headlights reflect off them so they don't crash. Used on every road in the world. Pretty good invention. That's what Essentialism is about. Not doing this into like 10 different things, put your energy into 10 different things and making a millimetre of progress on each. It's about putting all of your efforts into your priority, singular, and making a hell of a lot of progress. So we're going to talk about this tomorrow night. You can get it from Amazon, about £9. If you're in the UK, it'd be a little bit, whatever, $12 something if you're in the States. But get it, Greg McKeown, Essentialism. Chris, if you've not got it, mate, get it from the bookshop in Marseille Airport and read it on the flight on the way back. You will love it. So until tomorrow night, if you're in the UK, 10 PM, I will be back. Pleasure, Laura, thank you. Laura says thanks. If you have enjoyed this, heart it up. Always nice to see hearts. Thank you, Nina. Really appreciate that. Share these scopes with your friends. If you're not following me, swipe left to right on your iPhone, bottom to top on your Android, and follow me. You'll get notifications even, of every time that I broadcast. Girly Whirly says fab. Thank you, Girly Whirly. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. It's amazing. Love you guys. It's great that we've got this little community. Thanks for another great scope, says Kim. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for saying that. That's really nice. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 PM. If you've got any suggestions for topics, tweet me. It's at Ross A. Grant. Join our Facebook group. Facebook.com/groups/Bulletproof Actor. Tomorrow, your face on the big screen. Excellent. Taylor Gable's face is going to be on the big screen. Laura, we love you too. Love you all. This guy on the big screen. I can't wait, Chris. Definitely get pictures of that. That'll make me quite excited. Good luck turning off tonight. Oh yeah, I'm going to try and turn off this scope now without putting my phone into lockdown so that I just can't get off until it crashes. But thanks for showing up, everybody. I'll speak to you 10 o'clock tomorrow. Until then, get to bulletproofactor.com as well if you're an actor and you want to get on my mindset course that's coming out later this month. It's going to change your life. Thanks so much. I will speak to you tomorrow. Let's see if I can turn this off. I can.